I'm touching on it stops right now.
According to rumors, Travis Barker is enraged with Kim Kardashian for worrying Kourtney during her high-risk pregnancy. Additionally, insiders close to Travis claim that when he learned that Kim had mentioned Kourtney's children and caused her to cry during their most recent phone chat, he lost it. Kourtney is expecting her first child with Travis, and the due date is rapidly approaching. Kourtney's age makes the pregnancy high risk, and she recently had emergency fetal surgery to save the baby's life. And although Travis has largely avoided the Kardashians' problems and has privately backed Kourtney, he is now unable to do so since Kim contacting her unborn sister and telling her that her children secretly despise her was just pure evil. So what actually happened when Kim and Kourtney called Travis? Will Kourtney and Travis sever ties with the Kardashians permanently? I was in no mood to speak with anyone. I couldn't even form phrases. Maybe. You've surely heard by now that Kim and Kourtney had a heated phone conversation, a portion of which was revealed in the most recent Kardashians episode. Fans are criticizing Kim for using Kourtney's kids as weapons against her, after her brutal words generated internet criticism. What's worse is that Kim knew Kourt's pregnancy would be dangerous because the phone call reportedly took place after Kourtney informed her family of her pregnancy. And because Kim's conduct is allegedly becoming increasingly out of control, Travis Barker is allegedly trying to get Kourtney to stop communicating with Kim, at least until she delivers baby. Now, in case you are unaware of the most recent drama involving Kourtney and Kim, it all began when Kim called and invited Kourtney to travel with her to Italy to support her Dolce & Gabbana ad. Kourtney denied the invitation, though, because Kim had taken the concept for her D&G collaboration from her wedding, and had also tried to destroy the mood there with her attitude. She did, though, declare that she would still go support Kim's endeavor. However, Kim continued to mislead Kourtney by insisting that nothing unusual occurred at the wedding and hinting that Kourtney was being overly theatrical. When I realized that nothing had actually occurred at the wedding, not even a conversation, I became agitated. However, if you watch the wedding special for Kourtney and Travis, you'll know that something unquestionably happened, and we're not just talking about Kim emulating Kourtney's D&G style. The main problem was Kim's demeanor at the wedding. She gave a very hesitant speech at the ceremony and appeared as like she didn't want to be there the entire time. Kim, who apparently couldn't stand Kourtney getting all the attention, kept trying to bring up her wedding to Kanye in Italy when I was on the long train and was so anxious. I was either going to come on or walk really quickly. However, Kim's interruption of Landon, Travis' son, during his speech at the reception was perhaps the worst thing she did at the wedding. Kim was unable to take in Landon's heartfelt statement on how much Kourtney means to him because she is so close to him. Landon was then interrupted and told to calm down. I feel like I've truly come to know you over the last few months. I've grown to love you so much. You have always had my back and watch out for me like a mother. I genuinely believe that you have completely filled the void in my heart, taught me a ton, and demonstrated excellent principles. You two are a perfect example of true love. We are all sincerely inspired by it. Be cursed in your personal lives, and the incredible energy you all give to us. Regardless of what transpired between Kim and Kourtney, why is this young man giving a speech he composed for his father's wedding, and Kim couldn't even give him his due? Kim was visibly furious that Kourtney was receiving public acclaim for her parenting and romantic life when she has only received bad news for her romantic relationships, as evidenced by the look on her face. Anyway, during their phone chat, Kourt tried to explain everything to Kim and claimed that the problem wasn't with Kim supporting her, but rather with Kim not being pleased for her on her wedding day. Kim, however, of course, paid no attention to this and continued to talk endlessly about clothes. You're missing the point, as you mentioned. But aren't the clothing the goal in your discussion on appearances? I changed course. I acted as I saw fit. The clothes are not important. It's not all that original, Kourtney. 90s are done by all. You're focusing on the insignificant details because that's all your egotistical, self-centered minds can think about. In addition, notice how Kim once more disregarded anything Kourtney had to say and attempted to cast Kourtney in a negative light. Why do you think I'm so unworthy in your eyes? You want to. No, I want you to look deep inside yourself to discover why you despise me so much and why you're so furious with me for what never happened. I felt such joy for you. And you could tell Kourtney was the one who had attended therapy and learned how to communicate because she made use of feelings similar to mine in an effort to make her point. I thought you weren't happy for me during my wedding, to be honest. Considering that you have a severe grudge. Kim, who has previously stated she doesn't believe in treatment, however, became defensive and resorted to another narcissistic playbook technique, engaging other people. Using the pronoun us rather than the pronoun I and informing Kourtney that all of her pals gossip about her in a private group chat. If you were a follower of the original Keeping Up with the Kardashians, you would be aware that Kim utilized an isolation strategy similar to this one on her brother Rob. You despise us, you've changed, and we all talk about it. And I no longer require you guys. I don't have to participate, regardless of whether you believe they are calling about you. All of your pals are actually calling us and moaning about us. We're on a group chat that's actually called Not Kourtney, so we're all perplexed. Therefore, we are aware of what your pals are saying and must direct it to us. By the way, do you remember when Kim claimed that everyone is attempting to understand why Kourtney is a different person? That's what happens when you recover. And narcissists get offended because they prefer the version of you who isn't healed. Because of this, Kim encouraged Kourtney to stay with Scott despite the fact that their relationship was poisonous, and she was unhappy with him. But Kim is trying to persuade Kourtney that something is wrong with her now that she has finally found love and a great relationship with Travis. Kim told Kourtney she gave her a job and made her famous for years. Because of this, she found it intolerable to witness Travis and Kourtney receiving attention on their own. Yet another part of Kim and Kourtney's conversation revealed Kim's selfishness. Kourtney didn't let Kim's revelation that her pals all criticize her in a private group chat get to her and said that she doesn't care what other people say. You're an egotist. All eyes are on you. Whatever. You do. It's all about you and how the rest of the world perceives you. You simply want to clarify your facts. Remove the entire F King episode from my perspective. I couldn't care less what other people think of me. Kim was also criticized by Kourtney for being unhappy, saying that if she engages in gossiping about others in private group conversations, she must not be content. And it's evident that Kourtney hit a nerve because Kim cut her off right away and then decided to stab the wound even more by bringing up Kourtney's children and saying they complained to her about Kourtney. If you're not happy, perhaps you two should sit down and consider why. Do you have time to sit and have side conversations with me in particular? We're entitled to voice our worries. We talk informally about everyone. That's what you always do. Get a life, UST. I don't have side conversations with anyone. Well, your children have even approached me with issues they are experiencing and how you are. And it was at this point that Kim finally succeeded in breaking Kourtney, which was inevitable given that not only was Kim attempting to use Kourtney's children as weapons, but that Kourtney was also expecting and hence extremely susceptible. Pay attention to Kim's response after realizing she had brought Kourtney to tears. As soon as the chat was over, she checked out and began scrolling on her phone. To you, my friends, my kids, and everyone else who is against me. It seems like I despise you because you're a bitch. Okay. However, raising the children was the tipping point for both Travis and Kourtney. According to those close to Travis, he lost it totally when he learned that Kim had made Kourtney cry. According to reports, Travis now urges Kourtney to cut off all ties with her family, particularly Kim, out of concern that Kim's bullying could endanger Kourtney's life and the lives of their pregnant child. Fans believe Kourtney must entirely cut Kim out like Rob did in order for her to finish her pregnancy peacefully. One fan claimed Kim is mad for doing this. Until Kourtney gave birth, she was unable to put an end to her wickedness. She is carrying your niece's nephew. Therefore, it's okay if you despise her. Another supporter said that Kourtney should leave this family immediately and take her money, her husband, and her unborn child.